All right, so let's start by adding the JavaScript. So first thing first, I'm gonna look for this container that's holding all of this product card. So let me come here and let me do this, and then we have our container here that holding like all the card images. So I'm gonna give it an ID or a class, up to you. I'm gonna call it, let's say, slider dash container or card containers like this. And because the principle here is going to be simple, we want when we click on this arrow button here or arrow icons here, we want it to slide either on the left or either on the right. So for that, we need to target these two icons. I'm gonna come and here, this is the left one. I'm gonna give it also an ID, and let's call it scroll left btn, something like this. And I'm going to copy that, and I will add it on the second one and just make it to be right btn. So let's save it and let's go create our script. So I'm going to use this script like this HTML script tag. And first I'm gonna create a constant. I'm gonna call it slider, and we want to target the container that's holding like all of these cards, and we name it a cards container. So let me grab that and come here. So we're gonna say document dot query selector like this, and we're gonna, it is an ID, so it must be a pound. And then let's create another variable for the left icon here. So let's call it left btn, and let's call the document that's query selector. And because it is also an ID, so we need to add a pound. We give it the name of scroll left btn. So let's copy that and let's add it here. I'm just gonna duplicate this one, and let's change the name here. Let's call it right btn, and let's change also here to right btn. So let's go and make sure that we correctly targeted everything. So I'm gonna use console log. So let's say slider, and this one is going to be left btn, and this one is going to be right btn. So let's save everything and let's go inspect our code to view if everything is well. And there you go, and then everything is well targeted. This is our div, the container card. It is right here, and this is the left, this is the right one. Perfect, so we are good to go. So next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add another variable here. So let's add a comment. We want to have some amounts when we scrolling. So let's create a variable. Let's call it scroll amount like this, and let's set it to 300 for now. Okay, and then we can start now. So let's go with, like, when we click on the left, we want it to be scrolling like minus like this number. So we can say scroll left in the comments. Let me remove this console log here. So when we scroll on the command, so it is on the click, remember, so we have to grab this left button here. So we're gonna add an event listener. So add event listener like this, and it's going to be on click, and we're gonna call this callback function. And when we're clicking on that, we want this slider here. So let's copy that. We want this slider here, and we're gonna access the scroll by method. So scroll by like this. It is a method or a function. And we're gonna add some object inside, and we're gonna access the left property, and we're gonna say minus the scroll amount that we have set just right here. So like this. And we can also add some behavior if you want to. So behavior to be something like smooth with double, or like this, I believe. There you go. Okay, so we save it like this, and we can just copy and do the same for the right one. Is going to be the same code. I could maybe add it inside the function, but yeah, just for you to quickly understand it. Let's change this one to right btn. So it's going to be on click, and we're gonna keep the property here to be still left, and it's going to be scroll amount without the minus, and the behavior is still going to be smooth, and I can save it like this. So now if I go to test my code, let me refresh it. When I click here, I'm somehow able to scroll, but as you can see, it's not really starting on the beginning of the div. So we need to go to our card, which is here. We set it to be display flex, justify center. Let's make it to be justify start, like this, and there you go. Okay, so now you can start on the beginning, and when I click, we are able to scroll. Perfect. So we can also like scroll back, and there you go. So that's it for our JavaScript. So we are now going to create some liquids, adding this theme blocks, okay, and also we will talk about the section ID very soon.